you all for helping us out with the 3 police the other night. Thank you, sir. Before we start the award of the graduation certificates, I have a few closing remarks for you. So hopefully you will indulge me for a little bit. Who was IBIS 2010? Of course, it was you, the students. It was the cafeteria ladies. It is the Gyurgu Itsakos Latsuzaki triumvirate of a family. Your distinguished professors, your dedicated teaching fellow, and your program manager. We must not forget El Tunisi. We must not forget the star U.S. football player who was in the VIP lounge of Villa Mercedes. We must not forget the gorge and the rental car agencies. These are important members of IBIS 2010 because without them, you would not have eaten, learned, or had fun. What was IBIS 2010? It was a successful collaboration of highly skilled and intelligent people dedicated to sharing their lives with a collection of strangers in an international setting, all striving to achieve common individual team goals. It is through this dedication these goals were achieved, culminating tonight's graduation ceremony. Leadership. The power you possess. Each of you possesses the power to change people's lives. I'll give you the most basic element of way you do that. Imagine one of you is walking from the cafeteria up the stairs, another one is going down to grab a frappe before Dr. Sullivan's lectures. You pass that person and you smile at that person. In that time that you smiled, you changed that person, whatever they were thinking, whatever problems were there on the mind, how many readings they did not do. With your smile, you changed the person's perception. Imagine what you can do in your life if you take your passion and you turn it to something you pour your heart into. The power you possess to change people's lives is great. Each of us is born with talents. This is what separates one from another. Some of us have the talent to study. Some of us have the talent to go to the clubs. But some of us have the talent to sing, to dance, to write, to draw. This is what separates one from another. Each of us has the starving artist inside that's ready to come out. You guys have these talents. It's time to start realizing what they are. With these talents draws your vision. So the last challenge I present to you tonight, because I presented one to you the original night, is to take your vision that's in your mind, your heart, and your soul, and make it a reality. But how do you do this? You have to take the vision that you have, you take the same picture, the same words, and you draw it in each other's minds. You do this through communication and hard work to the +1 power. It takes staunch determination for you to paint this vision in other people's minds. This is what a vision is. Take that now, and that's my last challenge to you as your director. Power. Abuse. Learn how to use this power you possess. But because there's sometimes you have to follow a moral code. Batman Begins. It's not who you are underneath, but what you do that defines you. But what is a moral code? A moral code is something that you develop. The only one I can share with you is my moral code. Now, I did not sit down and say we had to write a moral code. It started developing me over time, and they're in order. And this is my moral code. The first one is listen to your heart above all and anything else. Because it always leads you in the right direction. Learn from your successes and learn from your failures. But as you get older, your mind starts to take over. Always listen to your heart first and foremost above anything else. Courage. Always remember where you came from. Your core belief system is where you're from, and this is why you are who you are. This is what you are all about. Loyalty. Always stay true to yourself first and foremost. If you can be honest with yourself, be honest with anybody. Honesty. Begin inspiring inspiration. Do not wait for the inspiration to inspire you. Because this is your only chance at life. This isn't a dress rehearsal of another life. It doesn't matter if you're a Christian, a Jew, a Muslim, an atheist, a Buddhist. You will never have this chance again that you have right now in front of you today. I like cheesy American movies, one called Summer Catch with the beautiful Jessica Biel and Freddie Prinze Jr. And the Americans may have seen this pretty cheesy, I like that. But Jessica Biel turns to Freddie Prinze and she says, if you want big successes in life, you have to take big risks. Keep on dreaming, because once you start dreaming, once you stop dreaming, you start driving. As an American, people are known as being dreamers, realists. And we're not very realistic. We have a lot of hope. So I have to tell you a story. A man was born after World War II around 1945. His parents were alcoholics. At 13, he found his mother dead in the bathroom as he came home from school. After that, he went to the Vietnam War, which was not very good for us Americans that are out there. It was not a good thing for the generation. When he came back from the war, he kept drinking. He kept, indulging in that. But in 1971, he married a beautiful woman. However, he still was a drinker. He still was an abuser to her. He was still emotionally and physically abusing her. However, they had a child. But one night, the father went out drinking, and when he came home, he locked the door of the house, kicked the mother out. The mother went back in through the door, broke the glass, got in the door, and took the baby to her brother's house. After that, they got divorced. They had visitation rights, as in America, you have some rights to visit the child as it goes. At 3 years old, his son always remembered his father coming every Saturday. But one Saturday, the father didn't come, and the child knew that was the last time he'd ever see his father. The drinking got so bad he became homeless, and in 1982, he took a shotgun to himself in a homeless car and killed himself. This story is the story of my father. But I tell you this story not because I think that I have a worse background than you, but because that I'm here and I believe in what you're doing, because a lot of you back home have similar situations, have similar stories of tragedy. So what I challenge you from now to this point on is take this courage to take your honesty, take your loyalty, and tell someone back home, I love you. It's a lot easier to hate than it is to love. For whatever reason, tell them that you love them. Find that person you have been arguing with when you go home and make up for it, because you never know when you'll never see them again. Hope. Finally, one of the final things, you have to learn to believe in yourself. Because if you do not believe in yourself as individuals here, who will? And you have to learn to embrace change, because change is inevitable. Learn with it, grow with it, do not resist change. All you have to do, the greatest gift you can ever give is opening up yourself. Giving of yourself. It is more beautiful in the world for you to give something of yourself than the whole diamond, the Taj Mahal, anything that you see as materialistically in this world. When you give something of yourself, that is the greatest gift you can ever give, whether it's a song, it's a poem, it's a drawing, it's a card, or just saying I thank you. It's way more beautiful than any materialistic gift that we have in this world. Now it's time to say goodbye to IDIS 2010. Because now it's time for you to welcome you into my family, to Sam's family, Dr. Tony's family, the Gearview Mitsotakis Latuzaki family, and the TFAS family. You have just entered the world of potential networking opportunities you never had 5 minutes ago. I want to let you know that I'm here for you now and always will be in the future. It is up to you to use these opportunities now as we have given you to become stronger leaders back home, be stronger personalities. All leaders need support. They need to reach out for help. Because I believe the true sign of maturity is learning how to ask for help.